quite easily.
Yeah, it's got a lovely bearing in there, and
It does. I expected
but
it.
you do enough of those. Like you're standing there as an apprentice, say you're like 17, and you're working with a man called Dickie Foot, who made the boot skins. They were 2-piece. And
What's a boot skin?
a
boot
so,
in the skin.
The panels, the outer panels, were called skins.
Yeah.
And they're made in 2 pieces, gas welded through the centre. But Dickie Foot, that was his real name, another one of his names, you'd be there, and you were merely holding up. You were like the idler arm, and he was the man that was putting the direction in there. But you learn patterns of the wheeling. But once again, little skinny 17-year-old, and you just want to die. How many of these have got to do, Dickie? 20.
How long would that take?
Well, there'd be a few days.
A few days. Okay.
Yeah. But
was it hard physically?
Yeah, it was. You build stamina.
Yeah.
A lot of these people. I've got a worn third lower disc, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if that didn't contribute towards that. This whole notion of pulling down the whole time. And you get a little rhythm. And if any of your other apprentices came up, say it was 10:30 for the tea and the cheese rolls or whatever, the lady comes round. So ladies coming round.
Okay. We'll do a quick aside of what factory life is like. You arrive is it like you see in a film where all these people are streaming in the gates at the exact
7:45, yeah.
7:45, is that when you start?
Yeah.
Okay. You clock in.
Yeah.
And you go change?
You put your overall on. It would have been like a not necessarily a full overall, depending where you were working. You could wear, panel beaters would wear coats, a brown lab coat with a Rolls Royce logo on there. They would issue you with safety shoes, which a lot of us, fashion conscious, we didn't like wearing them. Yeah, only because of fashion.
Because there'd be a lot of girls hanging out in the factory.
But the ladies, they had a big, huge canteen. Mulliner Park Ward once had a great sports club, even a boxing club within that sports club. So this was a.
And I'm guessing there would be families, as in sons of nephews.
Oh my God, yeah.
There'd be quite a family connection.
There was a lot of nepotism there. And I suppose it's real. Your son wants a job, and you're in there. One family was called the Ford family. They were a dynasty. There were certain dynasties that ran through.
Yes. Yeah.
But there was a lot within there because of its location around Harlesden, Willesden way. It's where the Irish came and settled.
Yeah.
Like the guy that interviewed me was called Frank Moran. And I would guess that he would have taken, he asked me where my father was from, and I said Kilbeggan, and he said, oh, no, Kilbeggan. And so I felt, that's a good sign. He knows Kilbeggan, and he had,
that is a good sign. He knows Kilbeggan.
He still had the very, very deep Irish drawl.
So there would have been quite a few Irish there.
Yes, lots of Irish, quite a few.
Did they come with skills, or they trained?
No, they would have trained.
They would have trained.
Yeah, they would have trained.
Okay. What would have been the other? What nationalities would have made it? I mean, English.
A lot of Caribbean people.
There would have been a lot around there as well.
Most certainly. If we look at Harlesden, perhaps this is changing now because of the price of properties, but there would have been a lot of Caribbean people around there. And the Irish and the Caribbeans got on. We were called the Blacks of Europe at one point. So, but you take, say, around Portobello, around Harlesden, we just got on. We were similar people.
Yeah. So there would have been. It sounds like there was a nice atmosphere there.
There was, I believe so. Yeah. And there was a very strong union.
Was there?
Oh my lord, yes. There's a relic.
Let me see. Okay, what is that?
So I wear this as a trinket. That's the National Union of
Metalworkers.
Coppersmiths, sheet metal, which included us panel beaters in there. And I found that, and I just thought I'll just wear that for a laugh, But yeah, the representing that many people, you needed 1 or 2 people, because the craftsmen all being special people, like from the trimmers to the metal workers. Imagine that many people trying to negotiate.
That is the thing, is most of the people there would have been craftspeople.
Yes.
Even though they were working in a factory, everything was being hand.
Well, you take, say, you got the top floor, you got the trimmers, you got the guys doing the roofs there, one of which pops in here to see me still, Terry, great man, he built up the wigging underneath the covers of the Corniche roofs to get that beautiful line.
And so how many floors would have been in?
Three floors.
Three floors.
Formerly they had the service up there as well, but they moved away. So you had there were women who were the seamstresses, you know,
Yes.
in the sewing, and that was them sewing the seat covers together and all that sort of thing.
And
So-
I presume everyone in there went through a training process like you did.
Yeah, they went through. They may have come from places like Wooden Picket, you know, sort of those kind of other. I'll say the Vanden Pla, the Hoopers, but you only have to look at someone's tools to know if they were one of us. You know,
Really?
there's certain hammers, like you know that's from Edwards, from Northwest 10, and this here by about Edwards are closed, and by about
It's a beautiful hammer.
77. You couldn't get these anymore. So the only hope of getting these is you work with a craftsman, and when he retired, you know, we call this a number one, you know, 'cause it's just such a beautiful hammer.
It really is.
And so if I look and I see that in someone's box, I just look and I, he's the real deal. You know, I've had people come for interviews before, and I've looked and I said, well, where are your tools? You know, and if they are what they say they are, things like that will be in their toolkit. You know. And
people for interviews, would they bring their tools?
No, not really. But they would know.
They would,
And there was a rather bizarre thing as well. Is there was a coach that used to come down from Newport Pagnell.
Aston Martin.
So Aston Martin's labour would, you know, and the coach would be put on and deducted from your wages, and it's subsidised. And they would get up at some unearthly time to be transported down to Mulliner Park Ward, and then obviously at home in the evening. And they used to tease me, showing me the prices of the houses up there at the time, you know.
They were for nothing.
But you were really tied to the company then. I think that's almost like it's near slavery. You know, you're on a coach every morning.
There was nothing else.
Yeah, that's it.
There.
But your work. That's it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of very skilled lads that I worked with from Tickler Street, you know, and they were good fun.